Good morning. My name is Lucinda McDaniel, and I'm running for a position on the Cherokee Village Suburban Improvement District Board of Commissioners. I'm going to answer 5 questions for you this morning, and I'm going to begin with question number 3. Will you support the current management and administration? Absolutely. It is absolutely essential that the Suburban Improvement District continue to control the property owned by the district. SID property is restricted use with exclusive rights in the property owners. So long as the lakes, golf courses, and parks are owned by the SID, the property owners are ensured of their exclusive rights to the lakes, golf courses, and parks. For example, the SID determines who accesses the lakes. Currently, the lakes are accessible only to property owners and their guests. If the SID is dissolved, and the lakes are owned by the city, every property owner loses their exclusive rights to the lakes. The lakes would be open to the general public. Same with the golf courses and parks. Currently, the SID allows visitors to pay to use those amenities, but has the absolute right to stop that practice. If the SID is dissolved, the golf courses and the parks become public, and property owners have no exclusive rights. As a commissioner, I will, of course, demand fiscal responsibility of the management and administration. But understand that the SID is not a for-profit organization, just like the city is not a for-profit organization. The SID makes assessments to pay for the amenities of the property owners. It sets a budget based on income from the assessments and fees and spends the money necessary to support the lakes, golf courses, and parks. Property owners may pay assessments so that they have exclusive rights in the amenities. If the city were to take over our property, they would enact taxes to support the lakes, golf courses, and parks, and they would use those taxes to pay for the amenities. Property owners would still be paying for the amenities through taxes rather than assessments, but they would no longer have exclusive rights on the property. Question 1. How would you describe your role as a commissioner? The law says commissioners are charged with preserving, maintaining, and operating the improvements within a suburban improvement district. In Cherokee Village, our improvements fall into 3 categories: lakes, golf courses, and parks. My role as a commissioner is to ensure that the lakes, golf courses, and parks are preserved, maintained, and operated in a fiscally sound manner and in a way that protects the property and the property owners within the district. Question 5. What is your goal as a commissioner? My goal is that we have a strong and effective SID Board of Commissioners who have ensured fiscal responsibility and enacted a long-range plan for future assessments to guarantee the existence of the SID so that the property and persons within the district are protected and their exclusive rights to SID-owned amenities are ensured. Question 4. How will you prioritize spending? I will prioritize spending based on the desires of the property owners and the needs of the amenity. For example, property owners desired that the lakes be improved as fisheries. The SID Board of Commissioners, therefore, hired specialists who prepared a lake management report to address fishing in the lakes. So the desires of the property owners must be considered when setting priorities, but also the needs of the amenity must be considered. For example, also with respect to the lakes, the leaks in Sequoia Dam must be addressed as the current condition presents a danger to persons and property within the district. So there is some balancing when setting priorities for spending, the desires of the property owners and the needs of the amenity. Question 2. What would you do to preserve the ecological balance of our lakes as well as managing our fisheries? We have in hand a 14-page lake management report prepared by experts which sets out recommendations for the quality of the lake water as well as improvement of fishing on the lakes. The Board of Commissioners has instituted some of these recommendations, and I would continue to evaluate and implement the appropriate recommendations of the experts with respect to water quality and lake fisheries. But I would also take into account the desires of property owners whose interest is in water sports to attempt to make sure that the creation of fisheries does not interfere with swimming, boating, paddleboarding, kayaking, skiing, and other water activities. Thank you very much for the opportunity to speak with you. If you share my vision for the Suburban Improvement District, please vote for me in the upcoming election. Thank you.